to our weekday 12 o'clock moment of inspiration from the original teachings of Paramhansa Yogananda. And today I'm reading still from Swami Kriyananda's autobiography, The Path, about some of the events during the years of his time living with Yogananda. And I'm continuing, at least this week, on the theme of Christmas. He says, on Christmas Day, we enjoyed our traditional banquet. Master spoke afterwards. He said, smiling his pleasure, he went on to speak fondly of the garden of souls that was growing up around him. Before the banquet, place cards had been set on the tables. The affair had been planned as a restricted family gathering, meaning his spiritual family. But at the last moment, a number of guests had arrived uninvited. Room was courteously made for them. Some of them, the renunciates, offered their own seats. In the office afterwards, a few of us were discussing with Master the inconvenience that had been caused by the sudden influx of people. One monk expressed his distress at their presumption. But I had been fortunate to observe another aspect of the episode. Sir, I said, the disciples were vying with one another for the privilege of giving up their seats. Ah, Master smiled blissfully. Those are the things that please me. And it's helpful to remind ourselves at this time of year especially, but let's face it, we want to remind ourselves every day and every moment that it is not the things on the outside that God watches for. God watches the heart. It's not those big moments when we have to speak to the staff or learn to do something we've never done before and do it for God and, help Yogananda's mission on this. I don't care for that word, but you know what I mean. The purpose for which he came, help to further that in, big ways, starting communities, whatever it might be. God watches the heart in all the moments and in the little moments. And they're not little or big, or what we perceive to be big or little is not at all how things appear in the eyes of God. And so it's important for us to remember that. Not so much that, it has to be spontaneous. We can't fake it. We can't pretend to be caring on the outside, but really be fuming on the inside. We have to integrate our silent, still nature to such a degree that it becomes second nature. And from that silence and that center, we can remember and see the face of God in the face of everyone we're in contact with, whether human, divine, animal, plant, it doesn't matter. We see that divine hand just behind the facade of the outer material seeming reality. And we naturally behave accordingly. Think of it this way. If Yogananda walked in the room this very moment, how would I behave? If Yogananda's presence were to be present in the person that I'm having an argument with in this moment, how would I behave? And then behave accordingly, but try to remember to view all that we do from the inside out, not from the outside in. God watches the heart. Let us remember that, especially now during the holy season. Joy to you, and we will see you again tomorrow. Blessings. Bye-bye now.